Well, hello, my amazing artists. Welcome back to Art with me, Mrs. Knowles. We are going to be using organic shapes and warm and cool colors to create an organic leaves drawing. Isn't that amazing? Y'all are gonna do so awesome with this. We're going to be using organic shapes today to create our leaves. So here's my leaf, here's my organic shape. Organic shapes are shapes that you might see in nature, such as a leaf shape or some other shape that you might see growing outside. We don't always have a name for an organic shape. When we talk about our geometric shapes, we have names for those, like circles, squares, triangles. You can see those shapes and know their name. But organic shapes are a little bit trickier because they don't always have a name. So let's use our leaves, our organic shapes, to create an organic shape picture today. Let's go. All right, so you can see my drawing a little bit closer now. As you can see, my page kind of has a line down the middle, and I used warm colors on this side and cool colors on this side. So we're going to use warm and cool today for our organic leaves, but first let's do the leaf part. So I'm going to set this off to the side. As you can see, I have a folder here. If you are in my class, I made you a leaf stencil. You lucky ducks, you. If you are doing this with us online, guess what? You can make yourself a leaf stencil. So I'm going to use a folder. I'm using a recycled folder because I like how the paper is thicker, but you could use regular paper too if you wanted to. So the simplest way to draw your leaf stencil is just to make the shape of a football. So 2 curved lines. You could also go outside and find yourself a leaf and then trace the leaf onto here. So once you have your leaf shape, you're going to want to get your scissors and cut that out. Now I already have my leaf, so here is my stencil that I did before. So we're going to be using a piece of black paper. If you don't have black paper at home, that's okay. You could also use white or some other color. And you're going to need your oil pastels. Again, if you don't have oil pastels at home, you could use colored pencils, you could use crayons, both of those would also work. All right, I'm gonna put my stencil right in the middle of my black paper, and then I am going to use my pencil to trace around. So I'm gonna hold my stencil with my left hand because I'm right-handed, and then I'm going to trace around with my pencil. And it's okay if it's not perfect, right? Do your best. Leaves are kind of bumpy, and the organic shape means you're not trying to make a perfect shape. So just do your best as you go around the leaf. I'm almost done. There we go. Okay, can you see that? The pencil kind of shows up on the black paper, which is nice, so that's why I'm using my pencil. So I did my leaf right in the middle. So now I'm going to add more leaves, and I'm gonna try and get them as close as I can to each other. So you're not going to overlap them. Overlap means if you put it on top, you're just putting it right next to it and then tracing. And I'm starting off from my middle one because that's helping me to know where to put the rest of them. Okay. All right, so you can see it's right next to that one. So I'm gonna keep going, keep putting them as close as I can. And even if I go off the page, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna keep going and keep tracing. Did you notice that for this one that I just did right here, it went off the paper, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep going, and even if it sticks off the paper, that's all right. That's what I want. Okay, so I finished using my pencil to trace my leaves. So now I'm gonna choose either white or black from my oil pastels, and I'm going to trace my pencil lines using either white or black. So I'm gonna use black, so I will do that right now. All right, so you might want to go and wipe your hands off after that. My hands were really dirty, so I went and washed them off. So the next step is you are going to fold your paper in half, just like when you fold like a book or a card, and open it back up. And this line that you just made is going to be our line for the warm and cool colors. So I'm going to make this side cool and this side warm. So what I want you to do first is we're going to figure out which colors are warm and which colors are cool. So cool colors are the colors that make you think of cool things like ice and snow and mountains. So you're going to use blue, green, and purple. I think this is purple. It says blue violet. So this one must be the purple. So blue, green, and purple are your three cool colors. Your warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. Well, that was convenient. They're all there together. Okay, so let's start with our cool colors. I'm gonna put my warm colors off to the side. So I think I'm gonna start with purple. You can start with whatever color you want. And I am going to go around the inside, right next to my black line, or your white line. Remember, some of you did white lines. And I'm just gonna go around with my color. Now I'm gonna stop when I get to that middle line. And I'll continue it down here. Just going around the inside. Remember, when you use oil pastels, your color is much brighter if you push down a little bit. So try and kind of push down a little bit while you're using them. The color should almost look like paint, like you were using paint. Okay, so do you see how I stopped right there at that line? So I'm gonna go down here to this one. You know what? I have a great idea for what I could do to help myself remember. I'm gonna fold it the other way, like that, and then I will know exactly where to stop, won't I? Okay, so I'm gonna keep using my purple color, going all the way around on the inside. Remember, you don't have to use purple, you're just using one of the cool colors. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going on all my leaves on this side of my page. Okay, so I finished with my purple, so now I'm going to add my blue and my green. I'm gonna do blue first and then green. And by the time I'm done, my leaf should be completely filled in. So let's do that. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna start on the other side now. So my cool side is actually done. And if I open it up, oh, look at that. Okay, let's do the warm color. So I'm gonna flip it over. And these are all going to be warm colors. So I am gonna start with my red. You can start with whichever warm color you want to. And I am gonna do the same thing, going around the edge first, where my black lines are. And then I'm also gonna add in my orange and my yellow after I finish my red. All right, let's do it. Okay, well, I finished with my warm colors, so I'm gonna open this back up. Wow, that looks super cool, doesn't it? Congratulations! You finished your warm and cool color organic leaves. Well, I hope that you guys had fun creating this project, and I can't wait to see what you create. I will see you later. Goodbye.